You've been told to slow down after 60, told to sit quietly, fade into the background, and let the young folks take over. Well, guess what? I call that BS, because this episode, we're talking about what really happens after 60. The harsh truths, the hidden gems, and the glorious middle finger to all those stereotypes. This is Retirement Today, and this one's for those of us who still have a fire in the belly and aren't afraid to shake things up. Let's go! After my retirement crash last year, I wanted to tell you, we tell a lot of stories here. I follow a lot of news, and we talk about all the present. We don't get into the real retirement truths. And the retirement truths I'm telling you from my experience. And I want you in the comments to tell me if my experience and your experience have a parallel. So today, I want to tell you exactly how it is. No BS. No, it's going to get better stories. Only the truth. And how you can put this crap behind you and become the new you. And I mean, take action today. That's my message. And I'm going to stick to it through this whole episode, is take action today. Don't sit and go, oh, Brett, that's a good idea. Maybe tomorrow or maybe next week I'll think about it. No, let's get something straight. No one is coming to save you. No government, no pension fairy, and no family member with a cape. If you're still sitting around waiting for someone to say, hey, you matter, here's the plan you've been waiting for. No, we'll be waiting for that plan a long time. The secret, you are the plan. And the good news, that means you get to write the rules. Yes, probably the most important thing at this stage in life is it's now time to put your foot down and say, I am going to set the rules. I know you had a career, a damn good one. I think about that every day. You built things, you led teams, you made an impact, and I am also that exact story. But here's the deal. First of all, no one is coming to save you, and no one cares about your past career. I hate that. Drives me nuts. I had 250,000 people a year through my career, and I loved absolutely every minute of it. It was all one big fun story. And it was the thing that defined my life. I mean, for, probably 20 years of it at least. So I've come to the conclusion that it's time to stop boring our friends and your family with the stories about work and about all the great things we did. I know it was entertaining back when, maybe we were working because everybody wanted to know what was the next greatest, latest thing. But today, yes, no one, and I mean no one, is listening. Why? Because you're retired. You're sitting under the tree somewhere. You don't even have a clue what day it is. That I call BS. Those days are over. So let it go. Your job title died when you clocked out. Nobody wants to hear about your fax machine battles or office politics from the 1990s or the tough times of COVID. Your grandkids don't care. They want to know if you can play Fortnite or tell a fart joke. And I mean, you're probably listening and going, right, nobody wants to hear a fart joke. Okay, so I'm going to play that one. So, if anybody wants a good fart joke, you just drop it in the comments. I'll come get you and take you for a ride in my Tesla, because Teslas fart really good. And here's the funny part. So, probably after we got the Tesla, we got the first one in 2019, and to be honest with you, I came from a Ford family of dealership owners, and I love the sound of a great Mustang or Camaro or anything hot rod whatsoever. I could just listen to the exhaust pipe all day long and then pass out from breathing the fumes. But here's the funny part. So we got the car, and my niece, who was 5, at the time, she really paid attention to what was going on. Because at 4 years old, she probably had an iPad. Well, she did have an iPad or an iPhone in her hand. So she's always swiping and figuring stuff out because, they begin to realize real quickly that if they want to get anywhere on the internet or on YouTube or, on YouTube for Kids or wherever they're at, they've got to learn how to swipe and get to where they want to go. So we taught her how to turn on the fart in the Tesla. And on the control screens in the toy box is a section where you can turn the fart on for the right seat, the left seat, on the turn signal, or however you want to engage it. So today, the truth is that my family questioned the Tesla in the beginning, and that was 2019, 2018. But over time, and now it's 2025, they all own a Tesla. We own X's, we own Y's, we own Model 3s, we own them all. So back to my niece. So she always has to be first to the car so she can get in before everybody else does. She wants you to unlock the car, and she screams in, falls into the car, hits the control panel, and turns on the fart control. So every time we're in the car, and the funny thing is that it just never gets old. And, you don't even have to have a sense of humor, because Brooklyn she constantly tests Grandma and Grandpa. She's always hustling to get in their Y before they get in so she can turn the fart on. And as you're 70, you may not have the grandest sense of humor, but Grandma still laughs until she has tears in her eyes. So what do you do? Well, I'm going to tell you straight. Let it go. You've got new life now. Living boldly, living fully, and on your own terms. It's time that you set the rules, do the things that most enlighten your life. You're always going to regret something, and we all do. But the biggest regret, it's not what you didn't do, it's not what you did, it's what you didn't do. The dinners you skipped because you had to work late. Oh, work was so important. The conversations you ignored, the trips you said you'd take someday. I said that so long. And I never really, cruises honestly scared me because my idea was that even if it was a 3-day weekend cruise, that I'd get on the ship and I'd get dizzy. Dizzy was something I suffered from years and years and years. So I was always paranoid about getting on a cruise ship. So 64, I don't give a shit. I'm getting on the boat. So we sold the business, we sold the house, we cleaned out everything, cleaned out the storage units, sold as much as we could, and ran to get on a cruise ship, the icon of the seas. And, well, guess what? That was the absolute time of my life. So some days now, because the average American male lives 76. So if you're 65 like me, you've already burned through 90% of your days. Think about that. 90% gone. I don't even really want to think about that. I just want to get up in the morning and go. So don't spend the last 10% rearranging the garage, junk, or arguing with strangers on Facebook. Do something that matters to you. Here's a fun one. Family doesn't want... Let me rephrase that. Here's one of the things that I realized when we started clearing out all the junk, all the stuff out of the house, trying to figure out who wanted what, and, were we going to put it in storage or were we going to ship it directly to them? And here's the truth. Your family doesn't want your crap. Oh, and for us, we have an amazing collection of blown glass. I mean, it's some of the most chihuly beautiful glass you've ever seen. And guess what? No one wants it. Hey, you want some beautiful blown glass? Yeah, send me a comment in the, put me your name in the comments below. Say, hey, Brett, I love glass. Cabinet, junk. That expensive flatware that's still in the brand new box in the cabinet, never used. Garage sale. Get rid of that crap. Break it, spill wine on it, and while you're at it, the other thing I'm going to tell you is to spend your damn money. I read a book once everyone should read. The link's in the description below. It's called Die with Zero. Now, I know that upsets a lot of people and it's going to rub a lot of people wrong. Make sure to tell me in the comments. I think that, taking your money to your grave so that your kids can fight over it, I think is, absolutely the biggest waste. In the book really talks about, spending your way through life and how to mathematically take a look at what you're going to spend in the middle of your life. And that's kind of where it starts out in your 40s and 50s, and how you should live through your 60s and 70s. And we always seem to think as good parents that we want to give our kids a better life than we had. Well, here you go. This is a reality check. My son, day 2 out of college, just landed he got 3 job offers, but he made his decision and he landed a job at $75,000 a year plus benefits. Tell him to divide it by 52 weeks. And he's like, wow, that's more than a month. He's been given a master's degree as part of the offer, full medical and dental, and 2 weeks a year vacation. Oh, remember, you earned it, you spend it, you sacrificed for it, so stop saving for a rainy day. Our kids are doing great on their own. Spend, spend, spend. You don't need to hold it for them because, the reality is they're doing okay on their own. And I love my kids, and they're all doing amazing things, and they're living amazing lives. They're not living the life I lived when I was their age, not by just no comparison. So saving my retirement to give to them is only, they're just going to throw it in the bank. It's not like it's going to buy them a new car or buy them anything. It just isn't. I'm not saying you have to ride a motorcycle until you crash. You don't need to prove anything. You already made it. So if you can't drive at night anymore, who gives a shit? Call an Uber. Say, who cares? If you wake up with random body pains, welcome to the club. That stop you. Get stronger, eat better, laugh more, and your body's still got gas in the tank. Don't floor it. But, remember you got bald tires. But, take it in pace. You can find love after 60. But, would you date you? I want you to take a quick look. Be honest. Get in shape. Fix your attitude. Forget about what happened yesterday or what is yesterday. And stop blaming your ex-wife for everything. You can't even remember her name, but you're still blaming her. Be the kind of person you want to wake up next to and then go find them. Remember, not some antique waiting to be boxed up. And the final chapter, well, don't make it a sad ending. You're not a garage sale. It's your damn encore. So let's make it great. Leave your comments right now. Don't wait. I want you to pause this video and go to the comments and say, Brett, you're so right. Or Brett, you're so wrong. Tell me like it is. I want the raw truth with no BS. I'm not done. You're not done. Subscribe for more hard truths, big laughs, and a whole lot of purpose. Next week, well, we're talking about what it's really like to live full-time in a motorhome without, one of us killing each other. Yes, even with your dog, your regrets, and your grandkids on FaceTime. Don't miss it. You are the business, your life is the story, and your passion is the product. Thanks for watching. Brett on the Go for Retirement Today.